Many call Liam Brady's career wasted, a talent that could have achieved so much more. But this narrative misses the deeper story of an artist who chose principle over pragmatism at every turn. Brady wasn't just another footballer, he was a maestro who brought culture and intellect to the beautiful game, a player whose left foot could paint pictures on a pitch and whose vision could unlock any defence. Born in Dublin into a footballing family, Brady's path was set from childhood. His great-uncle and brother were both Irish internationals, creating a legacy that drove him toward greatness from day one. But even at 14, Brady showed the stubborn principles that would define his entire career. When forced to choose between a school Gaelic football match and captaining Ireland's under-15 team against Wales, he picked his country. The school expelled him for defying the Gaelic Athletic Association's ban on foreign sports. Most teenagers would have crumbled. Brady saw it as confirmation he was on the right path. At 15, he left Dublin for London, joining Arsenal as a schoolboy. By 17, he had turned professional and made his debut against Birmingham City. His first season was stop and start, but by 1974 he was a permanent fixture in Arsenal's first team. What made Brady special wasn't just his technical ability, though his left foot was genuinely magical. It was how his brain worked in perfect harmony with his feet. He could see passes others couldn't imagine and execute them with stunning precision. Brady became Arsenal's creative heartbeat during their emergence from a mid-70s slump. He was the catalyst behind 3 consecutive FA Cup finals between 1978 and 1980. The 1979 final against Manchester United showcased everything beautiful about his game. Brady set up both first-half goals for Brian Talbot and Frank Stapleton, then started the move that led to Alan Sunderland's dramatic winning goal. That same year, he became the first foreign player to win the PFA Players Player of the Year award, recognition that his genius transcended national boundaries. Just when Arsenal seemed ready for sustained success, Brady made a decision that shocked English football. He would leave for Juventus in 1980. This wasn't about money or dissatisfaction. Arsenal had just beaten Juventus in the European Cup Winners' Cup semi-finals, and Brady's performance over both legs was so impressive that the Italian giants immediately wanted to sign him. For just over £500,000, they got the first foreign player to join the club since Italy reopened its borders to international transfers. What happened next proved Brady's character matched his talent. Subscribe and let us know in the comments what you think was Brady's greatest moment at Arsenal. Was it that 1979 FA Cup final or something else entirely? Your thoughts matter to this community. At Juventus, Brady wore the legendary number 10 shirt and delivered immediately. Back-to-back Serie A titles in 1981 and 1982 showed he could adapt his artistry to Italian football's tactical demands. But his final act at the club revealed everything about his professionalism. Knowing Michel Platini would replace him, Brady's last contribution was calmly converting a penalty in the final match of 1982 to secure the title for Juventus. He could have sulked or created drama. Instead, he did what was best for the team. The Juventus fans never forgot this display of class and integrity. Brady's Italian adventure continued at Sampdoria, Inter Milan, and finally Ascoli. While he reached a UEFA Cup semi-final with Inter and finished third in the league, major honours proved elusive. His time at Ascoli ended badly when the club's president refused to pay his wages. Brady found himself literally chased around boardrooms trying to get money he was legally owed. This bitter experience with football's dark side left him disillusioned with the business aspects of the game he loved so purely as art. But it was his international career that became Brady's most painful chapter. Despite earning 72 caps and scoring 9 goals for Ireland between 1974 and 1990, he never played in a major tournament. The reason was his famous falling out with manager Jack Charlton, though the real story goes much deeper than the usual narrative suggests. The conflict wasn't really about one heated argument. It was a philosophical clash between two completely different approaches to football. Brady represented artistry, creativity, and technical excellence. Charlton favoured direct, physical, long ball tactics. The breaking point came during a friendly against West Germany when Charlton substituted Brady after just 30 minutes. For a player of Brady's stature, this public humiliation was devastating. He felt Charlton was sending a clear message that artistry had no place in his pragmatic system. Though Charlton later wrote an apologetic note, the damage was done. Brady retired from international duty, missing Ireland's magical run to the 1990 World Cup quarter-finals. It was a decision that echoed his schoolboy defiance, choosing principle over practicality even when it cost him dearly. After retiring from playing in 1990, Brady's management career at Celtic and Brighton struggled with financial turmoil beyond his control. At Celtic, he was the first manager never to have played for the club, taking charge during a period of boardroom chaos and money problems. Brighton faced similar financial difficulties that ultimately forced his departure. Yet, even in failure, Brady showed his character. He tried to organise a consortium to buy Brighton and even offered £40,000 of his own money to prevent them leaving their historic ground. Brady found his true post-playing calling in 1996 when Arsenal appointed him head of youth development. He described this as his best role since his playing days, finally able to shape young minds the way his own game had developed. His philosophy went beyond tactics and fitness. He wanted players who could think creatively, read the game, and express themselves with the ball. Brady understood that technical ability without intelligence was worthless, just as intelligence without heart was equally meaningless. Under his guidance, Arsenal's academy became one of Europe's finest production lines for talent. Players like Ashley Cole, Jack Wilshere, Kieran Gibbs, Bukayo Saka, and Emile Smith-Rowe all benefited from Brady's wisdom and experience. He taught them that football was about more than just winning. It was about playing the game with dignity, creativity, and respect for opponents. Many of these players still credit Brady with shaping their understanding of what it means to be a professional footballer. Simultaneously, Brady built a respected career as a television pundit for RTE Sport. His intelligent insights and deep football knowledge made him essential viewing for Irish fans who valued substance over sensationalism. Brady brought the same thoughtfulness to punditry that he had shown as a player, analysing games with tactical depth while explaining complex concepts in accessible ways. Remarkably, he worked alongside Eamon Dunphy, the same journalist who had once brutally criticised him as a rich young man no longer capable of meeting a top-level challenges. Their on-screen chemistry became legendary, with Dunphy's provocative style balanced by Brady's measured analysis. Brady's ability to move past old grudges for the good of the game showed the maturity that came with age and reflected his belief that football was bigger than personal disputes. Perhaps most revealing was Brady's later admission of personal complacency during his playing career. In his autobiography, he confessed he could have been much better with his right foot and stronger physically. This wasn't laziness talking, it was an artist recognising he might have pushed his craft even further. For someone who reached such heights, this self-criticism shows how greatness was always a pursuit rather than a destination for Brady. The numbers tell only part of Brady's story. PFA Player of the Year in 1979, 3 consecutive PFA Team of the Year selections, FA Cup winner, 2 Serie A titles, and induction into both English and Irish Football Halls of Fame. But his real legacy lies in how he changed perceptions of what footballers could be. He proved British and Irish players could succeed in Serie A, paving the way for future generations. As a youth coach, he shaped stars who continue playing at the highest level. As a pundit, he elevated football discourse beyond simple tactics. Critics might point to missed tournaments, management failures, or unfulfilled potential. But Brady's career reminds us that greatness isn't always measured in trophies. Sometimes it's measured in the positive impact you have on others and the beautiful way you choose to play the game. Before you go, make sure to subscribe and tell us in the comments which part of Brady's story surprised you most. His principled stance, his Italian success, or perhaps his later reflections on his own career. At 69, Liam Brady remains proof that artistry and principle can coexist in professional sport. His journey from Dublin schoolboy to Arsenal legend, to Italian pioneer to youth mentor shows how one person's commitment to playing football the right way can influence generations. His legacy isn't wasted at all. It's eternal, living on in every player who chooses beauty over brutality, creativity over conformity, and principle over pragmatism. That's the true measure of Chippy Brady's remarkable life in football.